Good morning, good afternoon, happy Monday. Welcome to the new week. We're going to begin the week with a practice organized in keeping with five-element theory, very prominent in Eastern philosophy and Eastern movement traditions. The notion that everything is connected to everything else is probably the easiest, simplest way to explain it to the Western mind. The elements correspond to seasons, colors, tastes, body organs, meridian systems. I mean, everything that you can think of is organized according to this element theory. We are currently in the earth element, which corresponds to late summer. So we'll go through form today for each of the elements: earth, metal, water, wood, and fire, corresponding to late summer, where we're in now, then metal for the autumn, water for the winter, wood in spring, and then we just came out a few weeks ago, the fire element for summer. But let's begin with a little bit of warm-up this morning. Put your feet about shoulder width apart, nice soft knees, upper body erect. Just begin to turn the upper torso from side to side, letting the arms swing freely. And begin to deepen out the breath, breathing in through the nose if you're able. And as we start breathing out through the mouth, once you're warmed up a little bit and breathing a little easier, feel free to breathe out through the nose as well. But the out breath can always come through either the mouth or the nose. Let's take the hands into loose fists and begin tapping on the lower belly and lower back. Some acupressure points here down in our energy center, our lower dantian. We call this knocking on the door of life. And out of every 10 classes we do, we probably warm up with this in 7 of them. We'll do one form for each of the elements today, the gentler of the two. Like most things in the Eastern philosophy, there's a balance of opposites, yin and yang. So there is a yin move and a yang move in today's 10:30 set, and a little extra helping of things in the current month, the current season. So later on, we'll be doing 3 moves for earth and 2 for each of the other elements. But in this quick 15-minute flow, we'll get through the gentle one that's a little easier to follow for each of the elements. Take the front hand up to the shoulder area. There's a little hollow spot between the chest and the shoulder. It's at the end of the lung meridian. And it's a tapping point, also used in EFT to tap away stress and anxiety. In Eastern medicine, it would be thought of as a point that we would knock on to boost immunity. Let's come back down to the belly. And then let the hands float off the body again. And extend the turn just a little bit. Let the momentum carry you far enough around to pull your back heel off the floor. Continuing to breathe deeply, but no pattern just yet. And then let's slow this down as we prepare to connect to the breath. Let the movements get smaller until we come back to that neutral resting position. We call this position Wuji. So it's alert, ready for anything, and ready to move in any direction. So let's connect to that breath. Breathing in, spread the elbows apart, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then hold it all back in and gently round the back as you exhale. So breathing in as we rise and expand, breathing out as we relax and release. If you've been with me before, you'll recognize this as spinal cord breathing. Get connected to the breath, opens up the chest, stretches the low back. And for the last few, let's add a little bit of a turn at the top to stretch the upper spine. Just a gentle turn, come back to center to exhale. And let's take one more of those on each side. And then as you rise, just let everything release. Between each one of the forms today, we're going to do a move we call sinking the chi. It's used as a transition move to kind of back out of one, release from one move, moving into another form. Sometimes we flow from form to form to form very naturally. Elemental practices are generally very distinct from one another, so we often take a pause between each one. That looks like this. Just rise, let the arms gather in, bring the palms to you, and then turn them to the floor and press down. We call this sinking the chi. Let's do that one more time. And then we'll start with the traditional commencing move. Arms float up in front, about shoulder height. And at the top, the elbows get heavy and lead everything down. Breathing in as we rise. And breathing out as everything melts back down. This is often the first move in a Tai Chi set. And we use it pretty often in Qigong as well. Let's take one more, but pause at the top. Now let one hand come underneath and scoop like we're holding a ball. And let's carry that ball to the side. Our first form for Earth is called painting the sky. One hand float across, and then it comes back. Hands back on the ball on the side. Come all the way across. Spin the ball so the other hand winds up on top. And then paint out across the sky. And let that hand sweep back. Let's add the breath now. Breathe in as we carry the ball and spin it. Top hand in front. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out as you carry it across and spin it. Breathe out. Every time you change direction, I want you to change the breath. So painting the sky. Carry the ball, spin the ball, paint the sky. One more time. Carry the ball, spin the ball, paint the sky. And let's carry the ball back to the center. Spin the ball so your hands are on the sides, and then let the palms float down. And then let's sink the chi. Next one, make fists with your hands. Let them come over the top. Pull them straight down, and then press forward and open the palms. Fists, breathe in, circling around, breathe out as you extend the arms forward, open the palms, spread the fingers. As we move on to the metal element, corresponding to autumn, and in the body it corresponds to the lungs. What we generally see with metal forms is very strong breathing patterns. So breathe in as we rise and circle with fists. Breathe out as you press forward and open the hands, extend the fingers. Metal and fire tend to be the most energetic movements. One more time. And then just relax back to the Wuji neutral position and sink the Qi. Now a very gentle one. Stepping out to a corner, palms are going to be parallel to the floor, pointing at the floor, drawing circles in opposite directions. Moving on to winter, the element of water. We call this movement calming the waters. So your hands are skimming over the water. I'll often pair this one with a movement called pushing the wave, much more energetic movement, the yang movement. And then we balance it out by calming those waters. Let's draw back and draw those circles in the other direction. One hand going clockwise, one hand going counterclockwise. Breathing in as you withdraw, breathing out as you draw the circle. One more time, and then let's pull this side in. And then stepping out to the other corner, calming the waters. Up the middle and out, drawing circles in opposite directions. Breathing in as we withdraw, breathing out as we draw the circle. Let's push out one more time and change direction. One more set of circles. Pull this side back in, relaxing back to Wuji. And let's sink the Qi. Let's put one hand up in front. Turn the other palm over like you're holding it up. Take a breath in. And a long breath out. Next time you breathe in, change the hands. Breathe out. Settle in. This is wood. This is called the wood mudra. Inhale, hands change places. Exhale, settle in. Let the body sink a little bit. Wood, the element of spring. Color, as you might guess, associated with it is green. Let's do one more switch. And just relax everything. Back to Wuji. Sink the Qi one last time. And we finish with fire, but a gentle movement for fire. Arms float up to the sides, cross in, come hand over hand, hover over the heart as the body dips down. Breathing in, expand open. Breathing out, hands come together, hand over hand, hover them over the heart, let the body sink down. Breathing in and breathing out. Fire, the element of summer, the color bright red, and as you might guess, the organ, the heart. One more time. And as you rise, just let your hands float down, coming to rest over your lower belly. Close your eyes, toe heel your feet together, just a little bit narrower stance. 3 nice long deep breaths. And as you release that third breath, release the hands, open the eyes, give everything a little shake. Thanks for joining me on this Monday morning. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste.